Welcome back to Med Audio. I had the chance today to have here a product manager from Ortofon. Your name, please?
My name is Peter, and I'm product manager at Ortofon.
Yes.
And we're here with the MC Verismo, our second to the top level of our MC cartridges, presenting this today. And later on today, we'll present our newest top model, the MC Diamond. So both are created with SLM technology for the body. So that's selective laser melting of titanium. So we have a rigid housing with inner damping structure. Both are with our finest diamond, our Replicant 100, mounted on a diamond cantilever.
Okay.
The construction is made with two different rubber suspensions, also different from each other here, to have a smooth damping throughout the whole frequency range. So, and the one mounted right now is the MC Verismo, and we're having this as we launched it last year, but today we have the world premiere of the MC Diamond.
Oh, okay, that's really interesting. Maybe you can speak about the setup that we have today. Speaker,
the speakers?
Yes.
Yep, Audio Vector in Denmark.
Yeah.
So also a Danish manufacturer. This is the R11, their top model.
Yeah, this is the top model.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are presenting our cartridges with this SME5 on the Techdas Model 5 or Air Force 5, together with some Einstein phono preamp and a pair of Mark Levinson preamplifier and power amplifier.
Okay. You usually run the MC cartridge with a Stepup transformer or without?
Right now we run it with the Einstein phono stage, but we normally use the Stepup transformers.
Okay.
And then a standard phono stage.
Okay, that's interesting. Can you speak, please, about the difference about use Stepup transformers and don't use it? What is the advantage?
Well, we always want to lower the noise floor.
Yeah.
We always want to have as rigid sound as possible, as huge sound stage as possible. So instead of having a small rear with a built-in op amp circuit, rather have it as a step-up transformer. So we don't have all these incoming noise and it's
because I know that Ortofon is doing also step-up transformers. They have I saw two configuration of this.
Yeah, that's right. And we are constantly developing. So so there will be new models within a few years from now again.
Okay.
But right now our top model will be the ST80 SE. So with the permalloy shielding and
So for who don't know what is a step-up transformers, is taking the signal from the MC cartridge, then we have a transformation and you can directly go to the MM input, right?
Yeah, exactly. So the MC cartridge has a way lower output than an MM cartridge, because here we are moving some miniature coils in a magnet gap instead of moving a magnet in the center of some huge coils. So we have way low output, but we also have a really low moving mass, and we have a transient response, which is not really possible to do the same way with moving magnets. And we also have a lot of things with phase, and so there are several benefits. But of course, the downside is that it's more complicated to produce. They're built by hand, all of them. Even the coils are produced manually. Our colleagues in the production use a microscope and a fixture, and then they're wound by hand. And it's a delicate procedure because such an amateur can be like 2.2 millimeters times 2.2 millimeters. So you can imagine when you wind the coil, the core of the coil is around 0.6 millimeters. And they have to place all 2, 3, or 4 layers exactly.
That's crazy, really crazy. Can you speak maybe a little bit about the sound signature of the MC Verissimo, and if maybe have a particular genre of music where it's playing better with?
Yeah, well, for a start, I'd say there's no specific music that it's intended for. We hear a lot of different music when we adjust the recipe for the dampers and for the construction in all. So it's as good for classical music as for rock music. No really preference. And the sound signature, well, that's classic Ortofon that we want to change the music as little as possible. So you could say true to the groove, because there are amazing recordings, amazing productions.
Yes.
So our finest job is to really present it. It's down there in the groove.
Yes.
Let's dig it up.
I love Blue Note Tom Poet. That's probably one of my favorite recording. I love jazz. In the end, I want one suggestion also for me, because I'm playing around a lot with turntable and cartridge alignment. And probably the only controversial things is about the tracking angle, or how we call it, VTA, right? VTA. And I saw online a lot of video about taking the camera, but I know that a static imaging is not realistic, because as soon you move or you spin the records, the angles, it will change a little bit. So is that correct doing like that, or there is a better way? Because
and thank you for asking, because we have actually we've met this question. We have a support email, and that's a technical support receiving a lot of questions every day, and we're happy with all questions, because every time people can have a little bit better sound quality in their living room, well, what's not to like? So and at the support department, we've gathered all of these questions and found that, okay, let's produce some videos explaining how to set up the turntable properly, how to adjust it, and instead of having it just as a written like a manual on the website, we place them on our YouTube section or YouTube channel, simply to have it as a more thorough setup video. So there are the possibility to take like pieces and say, okay, I want to be better at this, and then my colleague Live is showing how to set up and align everything, because yes, that there are at least, especially when you get the better cartridge you get, the more precise alignment.
You have to be precise in the setup.
Yeah, otherwise you don't get the full benefit.
Yes.
And as you can imagine, when we develop new cartridges, things like the rubber suspension is super important. We can change the sound, we can change the tracking, we can change a lot of things there. And all these small changes, with them you can really maximize the quality.
But what is the best way to adjust the VTA for you?
Absolutely, start by static adjustment, so you have everything in place there. We use a microscope, and then the static alignment, of course, is one thing. Things will change a little bit when you play the record.
Because I know some turntable you can adjust also by ear when it's spinning.
Yeah, and always you have the when you get the correct setup with static alignment, then you can further adjust by listening afterwards. But starting by adjusting we are listening, I would prefer the other way around.
So because I also purchased the Ortofon disc that's helped me a lot, in doing the alignment and setup. You can yes, was really beautiful.
So always recommended. We use the the test record like all the time. You'll find it here as well. So.
And about the cleaning of the stylus of the cartridge, is important to do it every day?
I'd say every time it's necessary, I clean it a bit more often than necessary, because just gently cleaning it by having the stylus brush underneath and pulling it towards your own position. That way, you can remove all this dust, which is not even possible to see by the naked eye. But if you spin a record or two, which is fairly clean, and inspect the diamond under a microscope, you'll find that it can find particles, microparticles, which is audible if they are not removed. So we don't want excess material surrounding the magnet. Every time you spin a record, just
clean.
2 seconds with the
It's
stylus
2
brush.
seconds, really, it's 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Just be careful from the direction, so from internal to outside.
Yeah, please.
And because I saw also
and not no sideways. No.
I saw one picture where it was interesting of someone that had a cartridge with some hard material on the stylus, and he couldn't remove it anymore.
Yeah.
How could this happen?
A lot of things could be the reason. If people clean their records in a cleaning machine with liquid, that's all fine. But please remember to have it completely dry before you spin it again, because otherwise everything in there will stick more to the record, and thereby you have this thing that will stick to the diamond. It can be removed gently, but the more it sticks, the worse it is. Always dry records, but cleaning them is all fine. Absolutely.
I don't have any machines at home. I generally use only the brush. So I do with the brush. Then I have another, some liquid that I can put it on another brush and just move. Then I wait that it's drying. Then again with the brush, and then I run my records. But till now I didn't test any machines. What do you think about these machines for cleaning and ultrasonic machines?
We're testing some at the moment, and I really like the result. A lot of people, of course, buy second-hand records today, and it's magnificent because you have a huge catalog and so many records out there. They might be dusty, they might be slightly dirty. Then you can bring them a bit more back to life, and imagine if some of these have been used by a spherical diamond, and then you are spinning it with using it with a elliptical fine line, or even better. You are touching a different position of the groove. So it's not, for a microscope, it's not a new record, but the place you are playing back is new. So thereby you can have an awesome result. Also, when people upgrade from a good cartridge to an even better with a different cut or different polishing, you'll find that it does not only sound better, but your records sound better. So then you can re-find all the good tracks again.
Super. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you too.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Have a nice day. Ciao, ciao.